Thanks for joining this use case webinar. We're here today to talk about safety walks. And I'd like to start by first introducing myself and then introducing my colleague. My name is Josh Santo. I'm a product marketing manager here at Parsable. What I do is I help us understand internally what our customers need, what the broader market needs. And then I also work to make sure that our customers, as well as potential customers, understand how we can help.
My name is Vincent. I'm based out of France in Europe. I'm a principal value consultant here at Parsable, and my job is to work with customers and prospects to understand how they operate, to understand what are their operation driving for today and tomorrow, and to find the best value for a wide variety of use cases in their business.
So, Vince, what are we going to look at today?
So this is what I offer to you right now for this webinar. First, we'll look at the problem from a given customer, from one of our customer, regarding to safety. Then we'll discuss about the solution, which is an end-to-end digital solution. And finally, I will show a demonstration, which will be a live demonstration in order for everyone to understand what is the solution we built with the customer. So at first, what was the customer's experience and challenge? There was a lack of visibility and compliance because procedures were paper-based. So it was really difficult, not impossible for management to be able to quickly understand what occurred, what kind of safety work have been done, what number of safety work have been performed, which percentage of completion, by who, in which plant, in which country. So there was really a lack of visibility. And it was, let's say, a blind spot for management and for all the executive in the company. And it could be a cause of really a very serious safety issue. Because it was also difficult to improve. There were no room for improvement, let's say. And no one had a big picture and a clear understanding of the current situation. So something has to be done. And like I said previously, it was difficult for this company to follow regulation. And also, ultimately, operator didn't know how to work. And as you said, there was no standardization of the safety work from a global perspective for this company.
So it seems like, based off, and this is based off your experience with one of our customers, starting with what is the current day is these paper-based procedures. And while it makes sense that people are using paper-based procedures, it's sometimes the most widely available tool that they're offering for these scenarios. It actually leads to certain complications that may not be considered. One of the things that you highlighted in that quick story was this idea of a blind spot. And it sounds like that blind spot manifested in multiple ways. You had the blind spot of really even knowing if these safety walks were being completed. You can receive a piece of paper that says, yes, it was completed, and no, nothing out of line was identified. But there's a difference between that and seeing exactly when it was completed, by whom it was completed, and then what is that information that was captured there. So that kind of brings up that question of, as you're listing information on these pieces of paper, what are you actually doing with that information? How do you then use it to prove that this is a safe working environment to the various entities that are concerned with that information? And then how do you take action off of that information? So it sounds like there's some things to unpack there.
So the solution, as I said, is an end-to-end digital solution, which enables to raise the compliance level of the company, because it's easy to use. It's lead to higher completion rate. And also, as you mentioned previously, now with Parsable, this company does have the completion rate by team, by individual, by machine, by area, by region, by country, as you can see on the screen. So this is good, and it also, why is it good for this company? It's also interesting because it leads to respond to issue more quickly. It's easy now for this company to resolve the problem quickly and in an accurate way. Because of automatic identification of problem, which is enabled by data capture in the field, by the operator, by the manager, by supervisor, when they are working in the plant, it's really easy for them to share information also on different channels with different teams in different locations.
So just to make sure that I'm completely understanding. This move to an end-to-end digital solution, and that's kind of key because it's not just replacing paper. It's how do you start with the beginning, which is that safety walk, which is that piece of paper, moving that digital, and then you take it, to the other stakeholders, which is now that the data that's captured by this digital solution is available for those who are interested in understanding what's happening at a site level, maybe at a regional level, maybe even at a global level. You're unlocking that ability to really understand what is standardized, what's not standardized, which is then going to allow you to determine what you need to do about that gap in standardization to ultimately drive a safe working environment, a safe working culture across all of your operations using what is actually happening. That sounds like a pretty powerful transition from the way customers are currently working and the impact that we've been able to bring for them.
Right, and the fact that the data are automatically collected from the field, as you said, helps ultimately in improving the safety operation because it serves management by having a really detailed analytics which are embedded in Parsable as shown on the screen. And so now they are also able, once the safety work has been done, to automatically trigger other job in order to fix some things that have been observed or to escalate issues more easily to the right person at the right time. And also it's enables them to move into a connected experience for the whole company.
I think that's a pretty powerful point. It's not just compliance, but it's that response time. And that response time can manifest in a couple of different ways, whether it's here is a pretty serious issue that needs to be addressed immediately. How do you mobilize the appropriate team to then take care of what that issue is? But there's also that idea if there is a trending problem in behavior or in recognizing particular safety, safety incidents or potentials to cause incidents, how do you then respond with the appropriate training that's needed, either at that site level or the broader global level? So I think response times is a very interesting topic, especially in this scenario where you need to make sure every day that the working environment is safe. And to do that, you have to be able to respond quickly with those unsafe conditions.
I will use my mobile phone and I will open my Parsable mobile application as if I am a worker on the field. And I am, when I open this application, I see all the job I have to perform today. For today, let's focus on the safety work, which is the first one. Let's jump into the step one. I am asked here to enter the inspection details. So I need to say where I will perform this safety work. So let's say regarding line A and in which shift I am operating. Then I complete this step, which brings me automatically to the second one. So now I need to perform the fire emergency procedure, and I will simply answer some question. So it's easy for me as an operator when I walk into the plant. I do not have to type anything on my mobile phone. I only select the right answer. So those are the right fire extinguisher. Then I need to ensure that the pressure of extinguisher are on the green. So I have a useful picture which I can click on, zoom in to really understand very well what I need to do, what I need to look at. It avoids me any error. So yes, it's on the right, it's on the green. And then I need to ensure that the temper seal and the pull pin are on. So what occurs if I answer no? It's recorded as a deviation. So it can trigger an alert in a report in Parsable for management, for supervisor, or our security or safety team to react immediately, which ultimately improves the safety of everyone in this site. Is there any corrosion on extinguisher? No, so I can now complete the step.
Okay, so what I'm seeing so far is really just this initial transition from paper to digital where it looks like you're just having a different way of capturing the same type of information you would. You're prompting people to confirm what line, we're already capturing who specifically is performing this, and then you're indicating based off what you are prompted to observe what the condition is. Now you started to introduce some advancements between this idea of paper-based versus digital, which is as you're capturing this data can then respond. And we saw that example of when there was an issue with looking at the fire extinguisher, you said no, right? I as a user saw a pop-up, and then you also mentioned that this is automatically captured as a particular failure on the back end, which is then going to lead to that ability to respond more quickly because you're surfacing more quickly.
So let me go to step 3. I need to confirm that I'm wearing the right PPE. So once again, when I check the boxes, I'm pushed a message which tells me that I'm doing a good job. We think it's important to empower the users, the operator, everybody in a company when they are giving information. So now I will indicate that eyes and face are safe, that my head is safe, legs and feet also, and I am able to record a video of myself to indicate as a proof, as an evidence that I'm wearing the right PPE.
Got it. So it's not just the data capture side, but you're looking at new ways of capturing information. The video, in this case, you're capturing it in real time. That now becomes undisputable proof of the conditions that were being reported. In this case, you take a video capture of your PPE, you have that on evidence as part of the record that this was the condition as reported by this individual on this date at this time. That's pretty comprehensive.
Right. And as you said, this is recorded, and this will be part of the audit trail of this job. So it can be audited by an internal audit team, by an external regulation, like we say OSHA in the US, for instance. So this is really much appreciated by our customers. So let's complete step 4. Now I will observe the area, and I will continue my safety row by indicating if the area is clean and it's orderly. Are the tools in the right location? I confirm there is no spillage. If I answer that there is a spillage, then you can see that I am offered different information, different kind of information. This information is immediately shared in Microsoft Teams, which is a widely used application from Microsoft, and we have a standard connector which enables this to push information to the right team in the right location. Maybe people that are in offices, maybe in other locations. So this enables cross-channel communication.
Yeah, that's great to see that we've moved from, here's what that base digital experience looked like, and now this is really turning into what a connected experience looks like. So based off of particular failure, automatically we've got two systems working together in order to facilitate collaboration, thus reducing response time. So you've not only added that level of visibility, but now it's a question of who needs to be aware of the failure so that they can then take the appropriate action. And if the most common system that you use as a company for collaboration is Microsoft Teams, having that automatically notify those people in that place that they go to work with, that's pretty big.
Right. I want to warn him immediately. This is a possibility, talking about cross-channel. I can click on this button and it will send an SMS automatically to the safety officer. No more waiting of receiving paper-based information, but push of information that is sent directly to the right person at the right time.
Yeah, that's pretty key. It's connecting people to the other people with whom they need to work. And it looks like what you're showing here is this connected experience is about facilitating collaboration in such a way where people are automatically notified or people are automatically engaged in order to reduce those response times. Because as we all know, any sort of delay in response is inherently waste. That's non-value added time. So this is one of those ways. Streamlining this collaboration becomes a way of moving towards more of this operational excellence approach to work.
And I'm in the template part of Parsable, and this is the central place where I am creating, modifying all of the procedure, and we will focus today on the global safety walk, as you can see here. Let me walk you through the template of this safety walk, and let me show you how easy it is to update and enhance. So you see exactly the same step on the left of the screen as the one I was executing previously on my mobile device, and on the right and the center of the screen, all of the steps have been performed. So maybe I would like to add something in the third step regarding to personal protective equipment. Maybe it would be useful to add a video. So I will simply click here to take a video and to add it to this procedure. Here it is. I want to add a video that will help everyone on the field to prevent workplace falls. And also here I want to add a field for adding picture. So I will click on add a new input field. And here I'll simply type in the description. Select the type of the field, which are picture, click OK, save, and it's integrated into this procedure.
Got it. So what we're seeing is how quick and easy it is to create this content that's then consumed on a mobile device. I didn't see any coding required. I really didn't see anything that looked too different from using something like Microsoft Word, for example, with the exception of being able to really embed interactive media.
Right, you're right. There is no coding. It's a no-code authoring platform. And this is really what our customers are also excited about it. It's that they do not need to develop anything, and it's really straightforward to use, as you just say, like Microsoft Word. It's no more difficult than that. So let's jump into the analytics module of Parsable, which is part of the platform. So it's still on my environment. So as you can see, there is different kind of visualization with different kind of granularity in the data that is collected. So here, for instance, the first one you can see on the upper left of the screen are the deviations that are recording during the safety walk. If you remember, Josh, when I completed a step, I indicated that there were some PPEs that were correctly assigned to me. And on another step, I recorded that there were some issue with fire extinguisher. So this will be surfaced here in this dashboard.
So this is all data is being collected through Parsable, through the different content that you create and then make available for your people.
Absolutely. This is all data collected from Parsable. So it could be data displayed on a country level, for instance, in here on the right of the screen, as you can see on the Europe map. And it could be really detailed information, like there is an issue with a given PPE, and it can be pushed and with an alert also as well. And also in here, when I am looking at this information, I can click on it and drill down to understand even more easily what occurred. For instance, in which job, in which plant, in which area this occurred, for me to take action, to go and to see this team to understand what occurred badly and to correct this, so I can take action immediately and to focus on the problems that have to be solved and to really solve the problem quickly and accurately.
Got it. So, with that increased visibility comes that idea of accountability. So because you can see what is being done and even set up different alerts based off what you're really looking to investigate, you're allowing people to focus less on collecting information and more on doing something based off the information that's being automatically collected. And that then helps really to reduce response times, whether they're particular safety issues or trending problems in safety behavior. What sort of action should people take?
So first thing that we would like to invite you to do is, yes, go digital. So think about your current procedure. Think how you handle safety today on a local basis on a site, and more globally on a regional, country by country, depending on the regulation, and also on a global scale, on a global way at your company level. Think about this procedure. How would you drive adoption? Are you talking with the field? I mean, really talking and exchanging information, having discussion, not only once or twice a year, but having regular discussion, seamless discussion every day, every week, which help you in enhancing those procedure. And what we would like to offer to you also is to contact us for help. We work with a lot of different customers for some years, and we'd really be happy to work with you and to share our expertise and experience to help you to set up new use cases in order to make you successful for safety work, of course, but also for any kind of other use cases you may be facing regarding to different area of your operation in your plant and in the field.
So look, Vince, I think we had a good conversation. I think I can hold us accountable for really digging into what the problem was, how we've seen our customers solve it. And I think you did a great job showing what exactly that looks like. And I think you even emphasized this, which is it doesn't stop there. this is just one avenue to start.
Right. Thanks you, Josh.
Great. Well, thank you. And then everyone who tuned in to see this walkthrough of how, in one particular instance, safety walks can really become part of your transformation journey.